What then is more to a Jew? Or what profit of circumcision? Much by all wise, first for the speakings of God were betaken to them. And what if some of them believe not, whether the unbelief of them hath voided the faith of God? God forbid, for God is soothfast, but each man a liar, as it is written, that thou be justified in thy words and overcome, and thou art deemed. But if our wickedness commend the rightwiseness of God, what shall we say? Whether God is wicked, that bringeth in wrath after man, I say? God forbid, else how shall God deem this world? For if the truth of God hath abounded in my leasing into the glory of him, what yet am I deemed as a sinner? And not as we blasphemed, and as some say that we say, do we evil things, that good things come, whose damnation is just. What then? Surpass we them? Nay. For we have showed by skill that all, both Jews and Greeks, be under sin. As it is written, for there is no man just, there is no man understanding, neither seeking God. All I bowed away, together they be made unprofitable. There is none that doeth good thing, there is none till to one. The throat of them is an open sepulchre, with their tongues they did guilefully. The venom of snakes is under their lips, the mouth of whom is full of cursing and bitterness. The feet of them be swift to shed blood, sorrow and cursedness be in the ways of them, and they knew not the way of peace. The dread of God is not before their eyes, and we know that whatever things the law speaketh, it speaketh to them that be in the law, that each mouth be stopped, and each world be made subject to God. For of the works of the law, each flesh shall not be justified before him, for by the law there is knowing of sin. But now without the law, the rightwiseness of God is showed, that is witnessed of the law and the prophets. And the rightwiseness of God is by faith of Jesus Christ unto all men, and on all men that believe in him. For there is no parting, for all men sinned, and have need to the glory of God, and be justified freely by his grace, by the again mind that is in Christ, whom God ordained forgiver, by faith in his blood, to the showing of his rightwiseness, for the remission of beforegoing sins, and the bearing up of God, to the showing of his rightwiseness in this time, that he be just, and justifying him that is of faith of Jesus Christ. Where then is thy glorying? It is excluded. By what law? Of deeds doing? Nay, but by the law of faith. For we deem a man to be justified by faith, without works of the law. Whether of the Jews is God only, whether he is not also of heathen men? Yes, and of heathen men. For there is one God that justifieth circumcision by faith, and prepuce by faith. Destroy we therefore the law by faith? God forbid, for we establish the law.